again, I want to thank each and every one of you for dialing in this morning to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. As you all know, we just launched this beautiful, wonderful company on February the 8th, and I'm telling you, ever since we launched, the word has been getting out. But you know what's really winning people's heart with what we're doing? As we all know, we have five wonderful vitamin sprays, and we have a one-of-a-kind compensation plan. But our number one product, and we're so pleased to always say our number one product is changing people's lives. And everywhere we go to share these sprays, everyone that gets these sprays in their hands and start taking them, they are getting the results instantly. I just find it a great joy to sit back, and as I give these sprays to my friends and families and coworkers and those that I just run across, as I hear them talk about the different challenges that they're faced with their health, and there's so many things that people are being attacked with lately with their health, all type of ailments and diseases. And when they begin to share, I know that I have something that I can share with them that and hope that it will help their condition. But when I give them the sprays and they call me back within a week or two, and the looks on their faces when I see them and the excitement that's in their eyes and their voice from the results that they are getting, it's the testimonies that's really taken Team Effort Network to the next level and has taken us there fast. People are tired of being tired. They're tired of being sick. They're tired of not knowing what to do. And when you give them something where they can get results, then you're going to have a happy customer. And that's what you always want, a happy customer. We have happy customers here in the Team Effort Network. And we're making a difference. It's making a difference. I love sharing my testimony with many people. Pastor Dill has his testimony. We heard yesterday with Carlethia Washington. Her testimony just moves my heart. I think it's incredible when you are doing something that she said she never saw herself in a million years doing a 2-mile walkathon. Here's a lady that was struggling with a weight issue. I think she said she was 290 pounds. She started taking the spray. She lost 75 pounds. The girl is looking good. She's feeling good. She's ripping and running. She's playing with her grandchildren. She's jumping up and down on trampolines, something she said she thought she'd never be able to do. And now she's getting ready to do a 2-mile walkathon. I asked her yesterday, did you ever picture yourself doing a 2-mile walkathon? She says, never. Never in our life did I ever think I'd ever be doing a 2-mile walkathon. So look at the changes that it's bringing to people's lives. It's like people are being birthed again. They're coming alive, and they're doing things that they didn't think that they would be able to do. And so you just got to keep hearing that these wonderful testimonies and what the sprays are doing for them. Now, we don't claim that we do any healing. That's not what we're claiming. We're not claiming that these can take care of a condition or ailment that you have. What we do go by are the testimonies that we're getting as a result of taking the vitamin sprays. And testimonies don't lie. So they're working. Well, I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to bring on my business partner, One Star Pastor Del Waif. Are you there, sir?
I am here. And, we have been ripping and running since we've been back from Detroit.
Yes.
Such a major event that Carolyn and her team pulled together. But, it's just the tip of the iceberg, folks, because many people are just now becoming aware of our brand, and they're becoming aware of the brand because of you, because of the efforts that you guys are putting forth. And I say this all the time, you go out there and ask somebody, my wife and I were in the restaurant the other night, and waitress come by, and it looked like, she was wanting to kind of lose weight as we were talking. And I said, well, have you ever heard of a product called Slim by 10? And she said, Slim by 10? She said, no, I never heard of that. And I said, well, let me tell you a little bit about it. People don't know what our product are. They don't know our product. You ask somebody, have you ever heard of Coca-Cola? They say, absolutely. But they don't know our product. So we have such a opportunity now at the beginning of this company, because nobody knows about it, to tell as many people as we possibly can. And that's how this company is going to grow. The brand is going to expand. And you have to tell everybody because, the great thing, we were in Detroit. You remember this, Pastor. You were in Detroit, and there's a lot of people that were in the meeting there in Detroit. And the great thing about it is most of the leaders that's on the team in Detroit, they all knew the same people. So you had people who other people invited that came in there and said, oh, I know so and so, but they didn't invite them, but somebody else invited them. So you don't want that to happen to you. You want to make sure that you invite everybody that you know that's in your phone, that's in your contact list, because if you don't, as we continue to grow this business, if somebody is going to invite your friends to be a part of their business, so you might as well invite your friends to be a part of your business.
Well, you know, Pastor, what we want to do today, I want to know, is Anita Poole, are you on the call? Anita Poole? And if she's there trying to get in, Pastor Dale, this is what I'd like to do this morning. We have a lot of new guests on for the first time that's listening this week. As you know, we are sharing. A lot of people are coming to the call for the very first time, and they're hearing about the vitamin sprays, but still don't quite know exactly what are these vitamin sprays, what vitamin sprays do we have, and what do they do. And if you can just run through the products that we have and touch on a little bit of what each one of them do. And if Anita, if you're on the call, I'd love for you just to come in when Pastor Dell is finished and just share your testimony on how you went from not being able to get up and move around to now just doing swimming and walking and all the wonderful things that you're doing. So, Pastor Dell, if you can just share our product, the sprays that we have, and what they do.
Well, absolutely. Again, great product. Not only are they great products, but it's also, the best delivery system. And we love that we have products that are good. But there's a lot of product that's out there in the market that is good, especially along the lines that we have. But the difference about what we have is we have a delivery system that is unmatched. We have a delivery system that can get these products absorbed in your system at an 85 to 98% absorption rate. Okay? Pills, 18%, maybe 20% absorption rate. Gel, 25, 30% absorption rate. And, if you're drinking a shake or any one of the juices or something like that, again, anything that has to go through your digestive tract is going to have a lower absorption rate than that which goes through your sublingual glands. So to have these formulated product in the form of a spray, and all of our product is in the form of a spray, to give you that kind of absorption rate, that right now is what I think is leading the industry. It's because people need more of what it is that they're trying to get in their vitamin supplements to absorb in their systems. And with the 10, we have the ability to do that with our product line. So let's quickly go through our product line and what these products are doing and what they've been known to help you with as it relates to different types of sicknesses and disease. As Pastor Denise said earlier with the disclaimer, we can't guarantee or say that these products are going to heal you or any of that stuff, but what we can say is that there's so many people, and many of them that have the condition that you have, that have used these products, and these products have changed their lives. That's something that we can definitely confess and let you know that that's why it's working in so many people's lives. Our first product is what we call our D-Power. D-Power. Now, that is our vitamin D3. It's not vitamin D2. It is actually the vitamin D3 that gets into your body. Now, we know that if you're vitamin D deficient, which about 100 million Americans are vitamin D deficient, 100 million Americans being vitamin D deficient, that means about 60 to 70% of the people that you talk to will not even know what their vitamin D level is. I didn't know what my vitamin D level was. I was taking a vitamin D pill every single day for 2 years. And when I got my vitamin D number back, I was totally surprised. My number was a 9 after 2 years of taking the vitamin D pill. Now, that's because the pill wasn't being absorbed in my system correctly. 3 months after being on our D-Power, my score went from a 9 to a 54, just in 3 months. So that lets you know what the absorption rate has been. So vitamin D deficiency, some of the symptoms of a deficiency in vitamin D can be bone pain and muscle weakness. It can mean that you have different problems with your low blood levels of the vitamin. You have increased risk from cardiovascular disease, cognitive impairment. So we have a number of deficiencies, whether it's periodontal disease, kidney disease, diabetes. Jesse has a great story about diabetes, type 1, type 2 diabetes, asthma. You have allergies, cancer. All of these different areas can be associated with vitamin D deficiency. So that's a huge market that we have right there just with our one product of vitamin D. And we have literally testimonies just about every category of the vitamin D deficiency. We have people who have had those problems with their bodies and have seen an impact because of vitamin D being placed in their body through our oral absorption tubes. Our second product is our B Boost. That is our B Boost, B12. Again, a deficiency in B12, it can result in a host of illnesses: anemia, fatigue, constipation, weakness. Many of these areas are associated with B12 deficiency. There's a lot of people who have depression and osteoporosis. You have people who have low blood calcium levels, chronic bone, muscle, and joint pain, whether it's from an athletic injury or sports injury or from arthritis. There's a lot of people who are in pain today, and B12 can help them alleviate their pain in their bodies. So we have our B Boost that helps you when it comes to that. Now, many people understand B12 as associated with energy levels, and it does do that. But it has a host of other things that it can do to help you from a cognitive thinking and being able to stay focused throughout the day as well. We have our Slim by 10, which is built around 5 great ingredients. We have in this Slim by 10, we have the green coffee extract, the African mango, the Garcinia cambogia, the green tea extract, and the Coryllium fundiata. Each one of these individually has been associated with helping people to lose weight. So what we've done at 10 in our product Slim by 10 is we combined all 5 of these products into one spray to give you the best results that you can possibly get in losing weight. And I'm telling you, we've seen people, as you just spoke of Carlethia in Fort Worth, Texas, 75 pounds. Bishop Warren Hempfield, we're going to have him on the call next week, 60 pounds in 4 months. We have so many people with just losing weight, because these products are being absorbed in the system at a high rate, and they're going immediately into the bloodstream to be effective in your bodies. So the Slim by 10 is the talk of the town. That's our third product. Our fourth product is what we call our Super 10. Our Super 10 is built around 5, again, powerful superfoods. Superfoods that bring huge levels of antioxidants in your body. Aloe vera gel, acai berry, green tea extract, goji berry, maki berry. All of these combined into one spray gives you a super impact vitamin of antioxidants to help fight off free radicals, to help your body feel better. It treats constipation, stimulates the metabolism. It lowers your blood cholesterol and reduces inflammation in your body. Promotes longevity, helps you to lose weight, has improved your blood functionality. It improves a range of physical capacities, whether it's energy level, athletic performance, quality of sleep. This is the product that you want to have. Now, in this product here, I recommend people just, spray as much as they want, because you need to fight off free radicals that's damaging the cells in your body. And then our newest product to soon be released is the very first world's first cellular energy spray called Cell Energy. Now, this is going to be a powerful product as well. As you know, many people are using different variations of the glutathione, and that's one of the ingredients in our product. But what we found is, they've never been able to put glutathione in a spray form because it's just too thick. Well, we've been able to do it. Glutathione, natural caffeine, resveratrol, alpha-lipoic acid are all the product ingredients of our Cell Energy. And now we're able to do it in the formulation of a spray, bring it to market as the first product of its kind. And it's going to revolutionize the market. As you know, any company that can be a first-to-market company and has well capitalization they will dominate that market. So we're the first to bring a glutathione spray to the market, and we're excited about what that's going to do in the market. Now, just let me tell you just a little bit about the glutathione, because it's important for you to understand what this product, this ingredient does. We call it the Great Protector, because as the most powerful antioxidants in the body, the glutathione works around the clock to fend off the various characters. And, yes, few people are recognized as important. Now, listen to this. It says, it is likely to get more attention in the near future as experts begin to connect the dots between depleted stores of antioxidant and the likelihood of chronic disease. It is one of the most important molecules in the body. Glutathione is a triple threat to toxins. It neutralizes free radicals, enhances your immune system, and detoxifies the liver. This is going to be an amazing product. So those are the 5 products we have: our D-Power, our B12, our Super 10, our Slim by 10, and now our soon-to-be-released Cell Energy. Back to you, Pastor D.
Thank you, Pastor Dale. So that is a review of the vitamin spray for those of you who are listening and learning for the first time. I do have Markel. I'm sorry, Pastor Dale, take this for a minute, please. I'm trying to get Markel on the line to share his testimony. If you just stick up there, and I'm just trying to get him on, because he does have a testimony he wants to share, but I need to send him something.
Well, absolutely. So with the overview of the product, we're going to move over into the product conversation overview as well. But before we do that, one of the things that we're finding with the product that we have is we're having a good problem. It's a good problem to have. We're having people who are running out of it. They're running out of their product. They have all of their product sold before they even get their product. You know, there's people who order their product, and of course, you notice it takes 10 days, 15 days for the first order of the product to come in, and you get 20 tubes of the spray, 5 tubes of each one of our sprays, and people are already selling out their tubes before they're able to get their tubes. And they're like, when they get their tubes, they're all gone. You know, we've had that happen here on the East Coast here in Maryland, but we've seen it happen in Detroit. We've seen it happen in Texas. We've seen it happen all over where the product is selling before the person gets their hands on the product. Because when you talk about our product, we have products that are in real need today. Do we have people who need to lose weight? Absolutely. Huge market for that. Huge market for people who are vitamin D deficient. Huge market for people who are B12 deficiencies. And, you know, a huge market for these people who have need of the super antioxidant, Super 10. Again, when you think about the 5 fatal diseases that's out there, heart disease, stroke, cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, these 5 are going to wipe out a great portion of our population. And many people have 1, 2, or even 3 of those same diseases. So can you imagine if we can get them a product like our Super 10 in their bodies that can help decrease inflammation in their bodies to help them feel better? Because with those 5 fatal diseases, they're fueled by, you know, the one same thing. And as the common denominator of them all, they're fueled by inflammation. And I really believe that inflammation is going to soon become a 6th fatal disease because everything is being fueled by inflammation in the body. It's run amok. It's running wild in people's bodies, and it's triggering all types of side effects and diseases. So that Super 10 is going to be a huge, huge opportunity for people to really begin to help people to get control of their health back. Okay, do we have Markel?
We do. Speaking of that Super 10, that has actually become my favorite, the Super 10. I'm not going to get into it because I have to take the next minutes of the call. But I do want to bring on 2 testimonies today. Mr. Markel, then we're going to have Jerome Tucker come on. But Markel Bruce, are you there, sir?
I am present and accounted for.
Well, thank you so very much, sir. You know, it's always good to hear your passion about the vitamin sprays and how they kind of wowed you and where you was and where you are now. So go ahead and share with us your testimony in regards to the vitamin sprays and which one is your favorite one?
Absolutely. Well, usually I say top of the morning to everyone, but it's the bottom of the morning now, so bottom of the morning to everyone. And I just wanted to share a testimony about the sprays very quickly. For many of you who may not know me, I'm 31 years old, and a couple of years ago, I told my bishop that I see older men running at the age of 60 and 65 and exercising and being agile at 60 and 65, and I said to him that I wanted to be able to do that when I got that age, and he told me, you better start doing it now then. So for the last couple of years, I pretty much exercise regularly And more recently, I began to eat better. And taking the sprays has really helped me. So the sprays help me, but the testimony I want to share is not of my own. But I have a brother-in-law who takes the sprays, and just to give you all information about him, this man is very secretive. He doesn't tell a whole lot about himself. There's times he needs to go to the doctor, and he won't even mention it. But he began taking the sprays, and I'm so glad Pastor Bill asked me to get on this morning. But I just saw him yesterday, and I said, he takes the sprays, and I never really check in with him. So I asked him yesterday, I said, Mom, I said, how are the sprays working for you? When he gets his shipment, he always swaps out a vitamin D with me, and he gives me a Slim by 10 because he was diagnosed with diabetes. And so he began taking the sprays, and his testimony to me last night was, now, before I tell you that, let me give you some more information about him. He works the graveyard shift on his job, and he has a wife and 2 children at home, and he's always on. Now, before he began to take the sprays, he was always tired. I mean, always tired. And I know some of that, a lot of it is health, as well as how much time he spends in the office. But he was always tired. You couldn't get him to do too much of anything because he was so tired. He would come home from work and he would just sleep, and he would probably wake up before he had to go again, or go pick his children up and then come back and go to sleep. But I asked him last night, how are the sprays working for you? And he said, they're working great. He said, I don't go to sleep no more while I'm at work. He said, I'm not as sleepy anymore when I go to work. And I saw him taking materials to work on while he was at work. So I know he's being alert. And I said that speaks more to the B12. But I said, what about the vitamin D? And he said, oh, that's working great. He said, remember I told you, he don't tell people too much about what's going on with him. But he said his doctor hasn't said anything about his vitamin D levels since he began taking the sprays. And he hasn't told the doctor that he's taking the vitamin D sprays. So once again, people, our products work. They work great. People are having health issues, and we are addressing those issues with our new sprays. Thank you for the opportunity to share that this morning.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Markel. And just tell us right quickly, how much weight did you lose on the Slim by 10?
With me, well, very good question. Once again, for those of you who may not know, so the last six to 7 years, I work out pretty regularly, but I love to eat. And I had a personal trainer tell me one day, my sister was complaining. She said, Markel eat like a crazy man, and he don't get fat. And the personal trainer said, because he works out the way he does, he has to eat to feed his body. And so I began to work out just so I can eat the way I wanted to eat. And so the last 6 to 7 years, my weight stayed constant between 207 pounds and 215 pounds, and I was comfortable there. But upon taking the spray, I dropped down to 180 pounds. I was on my way to 175. I said, oh, I got to stop. I said, I need to stay above 180 because, you know, y'all women, y'all don't like your puny guys. But I mean, I had to stop using the weight loss spray. I was getting too small. But, yeah, our sprays work tremendously. I mean, just think, I went from 215 to 180, 185. So that's tremendous. We're talking about 30 pounds inside of, and that was inside of a month and a half.
That's right. Wow, Markel, thank you, man. Thank you so very much for sharing that. I appreciate you for coming on. We have another gentleman that's going to come on and share his testimony in regards to the product. This is a very wonderful person. He has a radio station that reaches hundreds of thousands of people every day, every week, and love to have him on the call. Mr. Jerome Tucker, are you there, sir?
Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I'm here.
Well, welcome to the call. So you always come with such great personality. I'm going to go ahead and turn over to you. Please share with us what the vitamin sprays are doing for you.
Well, thank you so much. As I mentioned, our perspective on the vitamins is somewhat different, and we really understand what these vitamins are doing. I mean, we talk about diseases and issues that we have, and so often they're given titles. Like Pastor Denise, I was speaking with you the other day about your situation, and you didn't have asthma. I mean, the doctors told you had asthma, and when the body has what it's supposed to have, it will knock down anything that comes in foreign to our body. And when you started taking the vitamin D and your quote-unquote asthma went away, you didn't have asthma. You had a vitamin D deficiency.
Yes.
That's what the issue is. But we have to understand the nature of the game is when those things happen, that allows the insurance companies now, you've got asthma on your record probably for the rest of your life, so the insurance company can look at you and charge you more. The doctors can always bring you in and say that they're treating these issues, and everyone benefits except you. And then so now you have to take these drugs and things or not be qualified for your insurance. So there's a big game that's going on, and we learned this when my wife was having issues. And one of the issues that she had was inflammation. And that's another instance of your body not doing what it's supposed to do because it doesn't have the nutrients. So it collects all of these toxins and germs and things in the body, and it focuses on one location. And when we take these vitamins, it does away with it. So my testimony is really my wife's. We found out a few years ago, her autoimmune system, she had autoimmune issues, which they say is the body turning on itself, but it doesn't. And she kept having inflammation, and we'd have to take her in and have it drained, and then she had to be shot with cortisone, different drugs. And they told us that we have to take a pill or a shot, that would last for 6 months. And so we didn't want to do that. So we've been weaning her off of the steroids that she's taking. She's taking prednisone. And over the course of time, as she took it, the face would puff off. All these are direct effects. They call them side effects. And just recently when it started to snow, when it snowed, Jeanette had been taking the vitamin D, and the Super 10, really all four of them. And so her energy had gotten up, right? And so we went out and shoveled snow. And she wasn't tired. She didn't have pain in her hands. She didn't have pain in her knees. But to give you an example, Pastor Dale will witness this. Last week, we went on a tour of a property. And the property's 100 some acres. We probably walked about an acre and a half, walking around, looking at sites, and maybe probably about 2 acres. And normally, if she had walked maybe 50 steps, she'd have to stop because she'd have pain in her knees. She'd have to sit down and recuperate and move on. And there would be inflammation. And we walked that whole property, stood up, talked, went through a factory. I mean, we were on our feet for about an hour. And afterwards, we realized that she didn't have to stop. And it's amazing that when you're in pain, you notice everything. You notice every little step. But when you aren't in discomfort, you don't notice it. And those are the things that these vitamins are doing. They're taking away the attention to something other than life. We can focus on life and not have to worry about the pain and, well, how far can I walk? Is there a bench down there that I can sit down once I go? If it's mud, I can't go there because I'm going to have to stop, and I don't want to, and it changes our focus. And she had some inflammation a couple weeks back, and she sprayed with a double spray of the vitamin D, and the inflammation went away.
Wow.
And so these are, when it has that kind of impact, when I look at my wife and I don't see the pain on her face, when she's not laying down and moaning, what is that worth? What is that worth to us? And, if you have children or elderly, parents, as many of us now, baby boomers, continuous nowadays, we can improve the quality of life. And so I'm so thankful, for these sprays and the impact it's made on my life and my wife's life. And, we're in it to win it, Pastor.
Wow. Jerome, as I'm listening to you share your story about your wife, and I can't help but think that, here you were, seeing your wife go through pain and in and out of the hospital and going through all these different, because she had autoimmune disease. But now how does it do your heart now to look at your wife and see that she's doing good, she's smiling, she's living, she's walking, she's doing things that she couldn't do just a few months ago? What does that do for your heart as her husband?
Well, it's a blessing, because when these things start, as you get older, and that can be 30, 40, 50, it doesn't matter, and you start to see things physically get worse or start to change, and at some point you accept the fact that, okay, some of the things that happened before we're never going to be able to do again.
Yeah.
And when those things are turned around, and it's like having another chance.
Yes.
You appreciate life so much more, and you appreciate your loved ones so much more. And it's hard to put into words, but those who have the testimony, you know what it was like before.
Yes.
And when things change, you appreciate, you value it, and you want to share that with other people. You want other people to know what it's like, and you want to be the one to share it with.
Yes.
Not necessarily to take credit, because it's not really my credit in doing it. God created these vitamins and these nutrients and created our body the way it's made. And once we get in tune with the way things are, not the way man tells us, we get in tune with the way things are so much easier. They're so much more effective, and we can enjoy what we're put here to enjoy. So thank you, Pastor Jimmy, for allowing me to share my testimony, and just hopefully, we can get people to really understand what they have and the impact we can make on this world.
Yeah, well, that's our mission. Our mission is to make sure we're letting everyone know about the importance of these vitamin sprays. I heard someone say last week that this is God's pharmacy. Man has his pharmacy, but these vitamin sprays are God's sent. There's God's pharmacy. Yes. And I can understand what you mean when you said it's like getting a second chance at life. Because when you're sick and your body don't do what you want it to do, and you start pulling away from life, you start pulling away from your family, you start pulling away from living, because the body is determined it's going to pull you down. And then when you finally give it something that says, wait a minute, I don't have to be sick. Wait a minute, I don't have to have this pain. Wait a minute, I can breathe again. Wait a minute, the inflammation is gone. It's like waking up again. It's like God heard your prayer and he answered it, and now I get a chance to live again, and I'm going to live it to the fullest. Not going to take it for granted.
You know what that's like.
Yeah.
You know what that's like.
Yeah, that's what I can relate to, because I was there. I was there, and my friends and my family, they were witnessing me pulling away, not dancing, not singing, not walking, not going out, not doing the things that I enjoyed doing. I was literally watching myself just kind of almost giving into the sickness that was trying to take over my body. And then when I was able to breathe again, it was like getting a second chance at life. Look at the definition of breathe. It actually means life. It actually means life. So it was like getting a second chance. And I'm telling you, it's definitely my mission. It is definitely.
You got something special here. You got something special here. Share it. Give it away. Give it away. It's on now. It's on, Pastor.
That's it. That's it. I got to get it to everybody. I got to tell everybody. That's my mission now. If it did for me, I know it will do for you. Well, Jerome, thank you so very much for sharing that. Give Annetta our love. Give her a hug for us. Markel, thank you so much for coming in, man, and sharing your testimony in regards to your cousin and yourself. And Pastor Del, thank you for the overview on the product line. Guys, we just say stay tuned in. Get the vitamin sprays. Take them yourself. Be a product of the product. Don't just get the sprays because you heard someone else's testimony, then you don't take it, making yourself better. Get these sprays and see the difference it's going to make in your life. And you have your own testimony. It's nothing like having your own testimony, because then you will speak passionately about the vitamin sprays, and everyone will want to be a part of that. We're at a time and stage in life where this body is going to need help because of what it's faced with on a daily basis. So God has given us this, and I say take advantage of it and begin to live life to the fullest, because it's happening every day. It's happening now, right now. Well, Pastor Del, do you have any closing remarks before we close out the call, before we go out to Kevin Vaughn with our quote for today?
Well, I tell you, just an amazing testimony that Jerome and Markel have, and this is just, a part of many, many testimonies that we have about this company and about what these sprays are doing for people's lives. So, thank you guys so much for sharing, and let's go to One Star KV in Georgia.
One card.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, my One Star business partners. How y'all doing today? Can you hear me okay?
We are doing great, Kevin. It just seems to keep getting better and better.
This is better. I tell you, Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, and everyone on the call, this is how we're going to go to $1 billion company. That's exactly what you heard today is how we're going to get to a $1 billion plus company, as Mel and Amy Gill have already predicted and already set in place, ladies and gentlemen. So get that part of that. All you want to do is have at least $1 billion in your business. That's all I can tell you. Have at least 1 billion people in your business. That's all I'm going to say about that, because there's 6 billion people on the planet. I think there's enough for everybody to max out the comp plan and help a lot of folks pass these needs. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. That's incredible. I'm so proud of everybody, excited for everybody. As I always say, ladies and gentlemen, do not play with this opportunity. Do not play with this opportunity. It's an awesome business model, awesome leadership. Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale are amazing on what they're doing for people all around the world. And I tell you guys, you're going to have your own Learjet. That's all I'm going to tell you. You're going to have your own Learjet, because you're going to be on so high demand. You're going to have to be flying from place to place, all over the place. So you have to get you a custom one. I know, Pastor Denise, you have to get you a custom plane or something.
Something, because I don't know how we're going to keep up with the demand now.
Amen. Well, Pastor Dale, Pastor Denise, and everyone on the call, we're excited down here in Atlanta. We're here to help you. So whatever we can do to help you down in this part of the world, the Southeast, we love to support your course. And just let me know what we can do for you. Hey, I've got 4 quick quotes. Pastor Denise, you mentioned on one of your texts about the power of the mind. So I wanted to read that one first and how important that is. But this is the first one by Mr. Kinsley. He says, you have powers you've never dreamed of. Woo, I love it. Ladies, let me say that again. Let me say that again like Pastor Denise would say. You have powers never dreamed of. Oh, man, I'm getting excited just stopping right there.
Yes.
You can do things you never thought you could do, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Everybody on the call, you can do things you never thought you can do, the author says here. There is no limitations in what you can do and expect from the limitations. Let me read that again. There is no limitations in what you can do except the limitations of your own mind. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Take your mind to the next level. There's no limitations. You got to understand that. And the reason why, because you're custom built by God. And guess what? God has no limitations. Guess what? His kids are in the same way. I love it. I love that part. Hey, the next one from Mr. John Wayne. He says, courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. Oh, I love it. You may be a little apprehensive of doing stuff. Get on the saddle, ladies and gentlemen. Ride that horse all the way to the top of this business we have. Robert Collier says, if you don't make things happen, then things will happen to you. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen. Do not let that happen. That's called a job, okay? It's called a job, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure we don't want that. And the last quote, Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, today is from Richard Branson. He's, I think he's the owner of Virgin Mobile and all the big stuff. But a business has to be involving. And don't we have that, ladies and gentlemen? He says a business has to be involving. We have been 10. Mel and Amy Gill have already set the pace for that. It has to be fun. We have that in 10. And, of course, Team Effort International. And it has to exercise your creative instincts. Oh, that's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. That's the quotes of the day. Back to you, Pastor Denise. Everybody get busy and get to work. Meet some people today. Thank you.
Kevin Vaughn and One Star Kevin Vaughn in Atlanta, Georgia. Kevin, where's your TTP held at in Atlanta, Georgia, and what day?
Yes, we're going to start in April. I'm going to be in Florida this weekend, so we're going to start every Sunday, Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale. Every Sunday in April, we'll be doing one in Kennesaw, Georgia, at 1790 Heights Circle. It's on our calendar, of course, but feel free to give me a call, anybody, at 404-401-0233, 404-401-0233. I'll be every Sunday from here to eternity. Really, we're going to be doing one every Sunday if we're in town at the 1790 Heights Circle, Northwest, Kennesaw, Georgia. That's Kennesaw, Kennesaw, Georgia, 30152. That'll be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Metro Atlanta. We'll be serving the Metro Atlanta area of the state of Georgia. So we can help your team out. We got several people coming out. Now we have our team growing. and coming out and supporting that with guests. So that's our TTP for the Atlanta, Georgia, or I'll say the Southeast region right now in the state of Georgia. So if you need more information, please give me a call at 404-401-0233. Also, they're posted on winwith10.com calendar. Also posted on the winwith10.com/calendar. It's also on that as well, ladies and gentlemen, posted for the month of April. Back to you, Pastor Denise.
Okay, Kevin, so if you have guests or friends in the Atlanta, Georgia area and you want to get them to a TTP where they can learn about the vitamin sprays and get involved, Kevin, if you can give your number one more time in case they want to reach out to you today.
Absolutely. 404-401-0233. That's my cell number, business line, 404-401-0233. We'll be glad to support your team, and we'll do presentation and training.
Mm-hmm. Okay, family, that's it. The help and the support is all around. All you got to do is get involved and begin to share. There is a great support team in every area that will reach out to you to help you get your team trained and to do the work for you until you're ready to take it over. And also be reminded, we're already in Dubai. We've already launched in Dubai. We're in the Philippines. We're in India. We're getting ready to go into the UK. I know Anita is just ecstatic about that. So we're getting ready to open office in the UK. We're getting ready to go into Canada. So if you have connections in Canada, reach out to them. We're going into Australia and we're going into Japan. So we're not just here in the U.S., we are around the globe. So you have an international business. You have an international business. And our sister company is already in those countries, so it's why it's easy for us to take the vitamin sprays and go right in. And also we've opened up in Mexico. Let's not forget that. So thank you all for being here with us today. It has been great. I do want to remind you there will be another call this coming Thursday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the beautiful Pat Loeb in North Carolina. They do a wonderful, fantastic product and testimony and company call every Tuesday and every Thursday at 9 o'clock p.m. At the same number, same access code. We also have a call on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 o'clock with the one and the only Mr. Thaddeus, Mr. T. He does a Show Me the Money call. So some of us just want to know how to maximize on the compensation plan. When you want to be on that call, that is every Tuesday and every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m., same number, same access code. Also, for those who have won, the March Madness promotion is still going on. That is madness. You have the opportunity to win your mini iPad. All you got to do is sign 3 new business partners on the Diamond Package, and you get to walk across stage in San Francisco and pick yourself up a brand new mini iPad. So if you've already qualified, please make sure you submit your name and your member ID number and those that help you to qualify to iPad@TEIcorporate.com. iPad@TEIcorporate.com. And those that are in Detroit, if you've already qualified, Mr. T is taking care of making sure your name gets submitted to that list. So you're being taken care of. And know this, family, my goodness, you are loved and you are greatly appreciated. God bless you all. Mwah.